Hi, this is Martin from Arcanum Vita with your astrological comment for the week ahead. Firstly, I just want to thank everyone for your kind words of support and encouragement through this process of getting up and running with these videos. It's been a bit of a challenge, but very enjoyable, and but above all, we really appreciate your support and encouragement. Just want to let you know that we are going to be putting a video out every Saturday night, and you can find the link to that on our Facebook page, Arcanum Vita. And along with that too, every Sunday we do an astrological written post, and every Friday we do a written biodynamic perspective in your garden. So please feel free to check those out as well. So at the moment, what's happening this week? So this week's, I guess we begin a process where, the way I look at it, we're being drawn into our roots and being drawn back down into ourselves, and to rework our roots and foundations and sort of rebuild there and draw on new resources and strengths from within. So Mercury's entered Cancer now, and Cancer is the sign of our roots and home and family and tradition, but also our emotional security and our needs, and Mercury rules our thoughts and feelings and communications and interplay along with how we sort of move forward in life. So we are entering a bit of an introspective, emotionally charged sort of field around our communications and thought processes and things like that. And it's going to go on right through July. It's quite action-packed in Cancer through July. We've got 3 eclipses coming up while Mercury's through July, and Mercury's also going to do a retrograde now that it's entered Cancer, and it'll be spending quite a while in Cancer, where we get to go back over how our thoughts and emotions sort of work together, and particularly I think this is sort of bringing us down to really look at where we're coming from and our basic sense of security and foundation and nourishment, on that inner level. And so don't be surprised if you start to feel quite an introspective feeling over this time. It's like in nature, it's a little bit like winter, because we are approaching the winter solstice. So in winter, the exterior sort of dies off, and things become colder and less active and less alive, and it brings plants and nature down back closer to the soil, and life returns home to sort of nestle and regenerate and replan and reorganize and reconnect over the winter period. So it's very much, I feel, what's happening as well astrologically for us all at this time. It's that feeling where we're returning and becoming introspective. So in that time too, because retrograde Mercury gets us to go over things and relook at things. So the way it would do that is it could bring up insecurities. It could bring up areas in our personal sort of orientation to things in our home or within our family networks and things like that, where we relook at our orientation there, our sense of security, and what our needs are, and our stability, because it's from here that we go out into the world. And so if we've got things going on there where we don't feel comfortable, or we don't feel strong, or we don't feel supported, then it very much affects how we then come forward for the next season, or how we emerge out into the world. So this is a real time to really look at what's going on in there, and what messages or what situations are in there that are unsettling for us and do sort of lead towards us feeling a little bit insecure and not supported or not connected. But at the same time, it's an opportunity to put the roots out further and find new resources and new connections, and go deeper within the soil to anchor ourselves more in a stronger position of stability. But it is going to be quite an introspective energy that's around us, and don't worry too much if you're not out there and out and about, or if the out and about seems to be dying off or something like that. It really is a time to come in and restore and restock and sort of fortify yourself in a way, and with that too will come opportunities for that. So and this is, I think, as we approach the full moon here too, there's going to be a really challenging aspect between Mars and Neptune, and it raises the whole question of resilience versus resistance. So from a strong, resilient foundation, we can make adaptive choices and respond to the changing conditions, because we have the reserves, the support, the anchoring, and the inner fortification to respond to the external changes. Whereas resistance is like a response where we must confront what's happening and adapt at all costs. So it's very fight and flight, and it's very, very short-lived, but we have to react. So I guess this, in a way, this process is asking us to look at how we can become more resilient in ourselves, and what we need to improve our sense of resilience. And in many ways, this is community, this is family, this is culture, this is tradition, this is our connection to the earth, which is our roots. So it's quite interesting. The sky is falling, as Henny Penny would say, but at the same time, the earth is becoming very much alive. So, and this is the time where all that available, richness and resources are there that we can now begin to tap into and draw from and structure, so that when the new season comes, we can then come forth with this great storehouse of energy and reorientation. So it is a big process, and it will be going on for a while. So just thought I'd mention that, but I'll talk more about that as the weeks go on. But hope you have a great week. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe. We really love that. And have a great week ahead, and look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.